Shelf Feeds Pet Tales.
Hello everyone, you're watching Top Shelf Feeds Pet Tales. I'm Kelly Robinson, coming to you today from Divers Lake. It was about a year ago when a Nanaimo couple traveled to Costa Rica for a vacation, but their surfing took a bit of a back burner when they met Carlas.
We had this little dog follow us home one day, and we saw her for the next couple of days just around the place we were staying at, and eating out of the garbage cans beside the pool, and just looked completely malnourished and just skin and bones, and it was just so sad to see.
It would follow us around and show up, hang out with us for hours and hours, even though we never give it any food or anything. And so finally we gave her a little cup of water because she was drinking out of the pool.
We pet her a couple times, paid a little bit of attention to her, and she kept being on our front porch when we'd wake up in the morning. She was just lying there.
The more they got to know her, the more KRISTALYN and Todd realized being skin and bones wasn't her only health issue.
She's blind in the one eye, so that was just sad to see. And Todd was petting her, and he just realized all the ticks that were in her. We made the decision to go to the vet, so we took her there and got the ticks removed and got some vaccination shots and rabies shots.
We thought we'd give her, we'd get her shots and take her to the vet, get her healthy again. But then when we brought her back to the property, we realized that she wasn't really liked by very many people around there, and people were always, you know, booting her and being like, "Vamos, vamos, vamos, get out of here!" And she was always, you know, running away. And one time I asked the guy, I said, do you know whose dog this is? And he's like, thought I was saying this dog's causing me troubles, and he kicked her and told her to get out of here. And that was probably like a pretty pivotal moment for us to be like, maybe we should think about, you know, taking her home with us.
But actually taking her home with them wasn't possible, but they didn't give up.
She had to be there for 30 days after her rabies shot, and we only had about 4 or 5 days left of our vacation.
So we spent the last 5 days of our trip trying to figure out different options and stuff, and for a while it was looking like it wasn't going to happen, and so we said our goodbyes and all that stuff.
We went to an animal shelter down there, and we told them what we were doing, and they were fully supported the cause. So basically for a small fee, they kept her there for us for the 30 days. We just had to give them a bag of food and gave them her crate.
It wasn't until like the day that we left that it actually was like certain that we were going to be able to do it.
3 days before last Christmas, she arrived home to live with them.
It's so nice to have her here. And it's so weird, sometimes we'll just look at her and, can you believe that we met this dog in Costa Rica? We were on vacation, and now she's here in our home in Canada living with us. And it's just, she's such a part of us. She's almost like our child, I guess. And I couldn't picture life without her now.
I've always had dogs growing up, and I haven't had one for quite some time now. My golden retriever passed away a while ago, and so I mean, you're a dog person, and you know, it just kind of completes you, I guess. Yeah. Unconditional love.
My boyfriend and his mom are huge animal lovers. I have to say, this is my first pet. This is my first dog, and it's that whole the dog chooses you thing. The dog chooses their owners, and she definitely chose us.
Carlas is definitely a very sweet little dog, and I can see why they had to bring her home. There's a few different dog rescue organizations on the island that actually work with bringing dogs into Canada from other countries. One of them is Forever After Small Dog Rescue. Of course, there's some great dogs here on the island in the shelters and the SPCAs. One of them is Milo.
Milo is a 3.5-year-old rough collie. He's on the smaller side for the breed. He's extremely high energy. Great sense of humor, loves to play, very cheeky, just wants to play and run all the time. So definitely someone that's just super, super active and involved with dogs that can keep up with his needs and energy level. He is good with other dogs. He has very little training, so I need someone that can be consistent and has patience and stuff, just because, you know, not very much time has been put into him up until now, so he lacks basic understanding of general, you know, everyday things that dogs that live, you know, with a family and stuff already know. But he's very sweet, very friendly, wonderful, big fluffy guy.
Now I know I shouldn't have been putting my fingers in the kennel, and I assure you, Milo was not biting me. He was just giving me those little finger nibbles, some loving touch. That's all he wanted, a little bit of human attention. He would make a great pet for any family. If you have a pet you think belongs on the show, send us an email. I'd love to hear from you. I'm Kelly Robinson. Thanks for tuning in to Top Shelf Feeds Pet Tales.